Yo, what's going on? Want to review this episode of Boruto 176. This episode was a really good episode. It kind of went through more of just the political side, and not that it had much action, but I really did enjoy just seeing these like kind of like the spice of life episodes where we kind of see what goes on in the village and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and break it down and talk about this episode. At the beginning of the episode, this is a really very minor detail, but I thought I should include it into this. But they tell us that Boruto's arm is actually going to take 3 weeks to recover. So, in just to put it into picture here, that means that Boruto's new jutsu is just that powerful, and that it damaged his arm for 3 whole weeks. That's crazy to think about. I just wanted to put that out there. But anyway, moving on, we have the debrief meeting with Konohamaru, and they bring in Tsunade and Kakashi because they think they should bring in some more higher level individuals into the meeting, and with Sai and Shikamaru also being there. So Konohamaru basically breaks down what happened there, tells them about the divine tree, and then Konohamaru kind of also breaks down like the inner and the outer language, and mentions how some of the people were also inners and some of them are outers. So now that Naruto is aware of how big Kara is, and he knows that Kara has outers and inners within the organization. So now we have people that are outside this organization that are in the different villages, sort of spying on the great nations and relaying information back to Kara. And there's also another important part into this where Sai goes into Victor's secret room and he finds these symbols, which if you're reading the manga, you know that these symbols are members of Kara, or the inner members of Kara, which they do explain that. So it's not really a spoiler, but they go ahead and let us know that these are the members of Kara that are displayed here. And I guess while Sai and them were doing an investigation, apparently Kara is well aware of the situation that happened with Momoshiki. Now, what that tells us is, it goes back to my earlier point about there being spies. Someone in Kara, one of the outers, is relaying information back to Kara, and somebody somehow got information about Momoshiki. Now, the only people that should know about Momoshiki were the people that were there. The 5 Kages, the scientist, and Naruto, Sasuke, Boruto, all those people. Now, it's possible that the scientist could have relayed the information back to Kara, because he was under a genjutsu. I don't remember if they said it was by who, but he was under a genjutsu. I know who it's by, but I don't want to accidentally say it and spoil it if it wasn't shown. But it could be that, or we just don't know. But someone told them about the Momoshiki situation. And kind of the last thing about this meeting was they bring back up the vessel conversation. Not gonna say who the vessel is, just for my anime only people, but the topic of a vessel was brought out, and they do know that there is some sort of vessel, but they didn't really go too much into it. So kind of the decision that Naruto has to make is, are we going to close this gate, or are we going to leave it open? Closing the gate means that we can monitor who's coming in and out of the village, make sure no one gets in, gets out, build that wall per se. But yeah, so Naruto kind of has to decide about this, and in order to make his decision, he decides to go around the village talking to different people. He talks to the gate people, he talks to the police. He even has this nice little scene with Kakashi where they're kind of talking master to student, and they're fishing, and then Kakashi says something to him, and Naruto kind of thinks about it. It's just little things like that. Naruto's just kind of having this inner turmoil, trying to decide who wants to close the gates or not. And then we get over to the scene with Denki, and Denki is carrying something up to the top of the mountain where the Hokage faces are, and he's going to do this experiment where he's going to put this air balloon up in the air, blah blah blah. You don't need to see all of that, but basically what this is like wireless connectivity. What Denki's trying to do is he's trying to connect the villages wirelessly. That way we can have instant communication, kind of like what we have nowadays. So basically what's in the world now, kind of like cell phone towers, is kind of the idea that Denki's going for. So really cool that they're implementing that kind of technology into the ninja world, or possibly implementing soon. I thought that was really cool, and we're kind of seeing how Denki is actually one of the probably the most important characters of this generation. Denki's really going to be the front runner of like the technology and just getting these new innovations and inventions out there for the coming years. And the experiment was a success, by the way, and it just kind of proves that this technology is able to be done in this time. After Naruto went around, saw that he kind of came to the conclusion that he's gonna decide to open the gates for now, and he had his own reason about something with the why he wanted it open. It wasn't that important to me, so I just left it there. But yeah, so that was pretty much the meat of the episode. But we do get this scene with Victor and Jigen. So Victor and Jigen are talking. Victor is alive, which if you're a manga reader, you're not shocked. But anime watchers may come as a shock to you. We saw Victor potentially get eaten up, but he survived. So Victor is alive, and him and Jigen are talking, and Victor puts all the blame on Deepa, and Jigen's like, "You think I'm stupid? Like, were you not aware of this happening under your nose?" And he's like, "Nah, man, I ain't see nothing." So Jigen just takes it as that. Jigen knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. But Jigen is not stupid, okay? He is not stupid. So he knows Victor has some involvement in this. But Jigen mentions how the divine tree is foolish of them to even try to replicate. Which remember that minor detail, because I think that's pretty important going forward. But the meeting pretty much ends, and Victor has his one last plan, one last idea, and that's going to be to take Jigen's vessel, or take Kara's vessel, and that's pretty much going to lead us into the Ale arc. I don't know if I said his name right, but into the next arc. So really good progression this episode. We got a lot of information from this episode. Now we know kind of where we're going. If you read the manga, you know where this is going. But yeah, so we're gonna be moving to Victor taking the Kara vessel next episode, which will also lead us into some really cool, interesting stuff. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. I love this episode. I love Boruto episodes in general, but really good just episodes just building up on some of the previous events that happened in the Boruto episodes. But hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and join the Discord, and I will see you guys later. Peace.